Welcome. I'm Bree Morena de Santos, and you are in Foundations. Let's see what's happening with our Disney music there. It was like sound like a little fairy, huh? All right, my dears, let's start in child's pose. Yes. We're gonna take a moment here, drawing your forehead down to the mat. Welcome to your Foundations class. Today we are going to focus on sensing the body with your breath, staying tuned in and checked into how you feel throughout your practice, mind and body. So yoga, but in a more intentional way. As you find yourself in your child's pose, take a moment here and just feel your body in this pose. Feel your forehead pressing against the earth or a block. Maybe noticing your hip flexors or feeling the palms of your hands. Start to sense the breath in your body. Feeling those gentle inhalations. Slow, exaggerated, intentional exhales. And allow yourself to think of 3 moments or reasons of gratitude that you had in the past week. And if you are working with a sankalpa, which means an intention, then allow yourself to set an intention or remind yourself of your personal intentions for your practice now. And then seal in all of those wonderful thoughts with 3 deep rounds of breath and allowing some audible exhales to escape your body. Yes. Wonderful. From here, we're going to come up into tabletop. Take your time. We're going to wag our puppy tail, bringing our ear to shoulder on each side. Just getting out any tension in the lower back. We're going to come back through center, making sure the hands are right under the shoulders, palms are pressing into the mat. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your chin around your spine for mad cat. And on your next inhale, lift your nose, release your belly for happy cow, smelling roses. And moving through your spinal flexion at your own pace. Really pressing the mat away from you, really allowing your body to get into each movement. Maybe checking in, noticing your jaw, your shoulders, any tension in the body. Kind of noticing what you're bringing to the mat with you today. Yes, one more round. We're gonna come back to a neutralized spine. We're gonna walk our fingers off of off of the mat. Only I'm gonna do that. You're gonna walk your fingers in front of you, melt your heart to the earth. A nice little kitty cat pose here. And just feel that stretch beneath your body, through your armpits, enjoying every moment. We're gonna drop our forearms down to the mat and slide our legs out behind us. Take your time arriving, coming into that Sphinx pose here. Yes. And just take a moment, maybe a slight tuck of the chin towards the chest, releasing tension in the nape of your neck. That's right. And then we're going to slowly lower our heart to the mat and lengthen our arms out wide in front of us, like a superhuman. And then we're going to inhale, just gently lift our limbs off of the mat. You don't have to lift them very high. And then exhale, release. We're gonna do 2 more times. Just inhale, slight little gentle lift off. And exhale. Yes. One more time. Inhale, lift off. Exhale, release. Ooh, yes. We're gonna bring our hands by our side. We're gonna press them out away from us for cobra, or like a little sill on a rock. Draw your shoulders down and behind you, and then exhale your tail to your heels for child's pose. Yes. Coming into that nice balasana here. Take a moment and just feel your fingers stretching out in front of you, maybe widening your knees a little bit more, melting your belly in between your thighs, and bringing your heart down towards the mat. Really inviting the stretch here, right? We're really looking for those fingertips to stretch out in front of us. Yes. And then pressing the palms into the earth and encouraging your glutes to ground towards your heels. So we're just looking for that little bit of movement in the body here. Yes. Being mindful of blocks and water bottles. As you take a deep inhale, exhale and walk your fingers over to the right. Yes, and just walk them all the way off of the mat. Maybe your heart is over that thigh. Maybe the hands stack upon each other. And just release your neck here. Notice your jaw. Maybe grounding that opposite glute toward the heels, just getting a little deeper into that hip flexor, checking in with your body here. And then looking for your next exhale, bringing your body center. Take an inhalation here, and then exhale, walk your fingers to the opposite side. Yes. And you're just looking for that gentle twist in the body. Maybe pressing the palms into each other towards the earth. Grounding that opposite glute. And just inviting that stretch through your side body. Sensing the breath in your body, letting the mind stay nice and calm. And on your next exhale, bringing yourself back center. Yes. Inhale here and exhale. That's right. We're going to slowly begin to roll up. We're seated on our heels here. Your knees can come together. When you arrive, inhale the hands up overhead and reach. Feel that flexion in your lumbar spine as you stick your tail out behind you. And exhale, cactus arms. We're going to take 2 more. Inhale. Now you can get as deep as you like. Exhale. Yes. Inhale. And exhale. Ah. Inhale, rise. Exhale your hands to your heart. Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Find your breath here. Release your shoulders. Yes. One more round of breath. And then we're going to come into all 4. And we're going to step that right foot back, pressing the toes into the mat and shifting our weight towards that right heel. Pressing the palms into the mat and just being mindful of that right knee, making sure it's not hyperextending. We're going to get into some strength-based movements in this class today. Please honor your body. If it doesn't feel good, just take a step back, make any adjustments you need. We're going to press through the toes and shift our weight back forward. We're going to lift the foot off of the mat. Toes are going to be pointing towards the nose. Your heels in line with your spine. Press the mat away from you. Eye gaze is down. Noticing if you have any spaghetti arms here. Go ahead and point and flex those toes behind you. Just pointing and flexing. Keep pressing the mat away from you. Kind of starting to build up a little bit of strength in the body. Engaging through the core. We're going to bend those elbows, and those elbows are going to stay glued towards your side. So take a deep inhalation, pointing those toes behind you. Exhale, bend those elbows, nose to the earth, toes to the sky. Inhale, slowly rise. And release that knee to the mat. Go ahead and drop those hips from side to side, or you can just move your body intuitively here. We're going to take that on the other side, just checking in with our strength, finding our breath here. We're going to come back to center. We're going to lengthen that left foot behind us, tuck the toes and press the earth away from us, getting into that back of the leg, feeling that gentle stretch. Find your breath. Eye gazes are nice and neutral towards the thumbs. Shifting through the toes, bring your weight forward. Lift that heel in line with your spine, toes toward the nose. Find your breath. No spaghetti arms here. Pointing and flexing those toes, just releasing any tension. You can always have a blanket under your knees, don't forget that. And then of course, those elbows are gonna stay glued to our sides, similar to chaturanga. Taking a deep inhale as you point those toes away from you. Bend at the elbows, nose to the earth, toes to the sky. And when you're ready, press the mat away from you. Woo! And then release that knee and move your body intuitively here. Maybe figure eights or big circles. Moving like water. That's right. We're gonna come into that stretchy kitty cat. So walking those hands out in front of you, melting your heart, sticking your tail behind you, and just getting that stretch. Yes. We're gonna find a little bit of a flow here. So eye gazes forward, and you're gonna shift your heart forward, coming into that cobra, that little cylinder rock, pressing into those tops of your feet for your up dog. Yeah, you got it. Finding your breath, and then dropping your knees, tail to heel. Slowly roll up. Take your time. Inhale the hands up over your head. Stretch your body. Exhale, cactus arms as you lift your heart. Yes, inhale, rise. Exhale your hands to your heart. We're going to reverse, so we're going to press those palms together. Inhale up this time, interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms to the top, and enjoying a deeper stretch. Yes. Release the hands by your side, tuck your chin into your chest, and draw the hands together behind your back, opposite elbows, a strap, or even your shirt. Tuck your chin into your chest and keep drawing your knuckles down to the mat. Just inviting that deeper stretch through the neck. Yes. One more round of breath. We're going to release the hands. We're going to come back through tabletop. We're going to go ahead and lift and tuck both toes, pressing into down dog. Go ahead and pedal out your first down dog of today. Wiggle your head, release any tension in your neck. Yes. Those palms are pressing into the mat, those fingers are spread. You are feeling as if you're rooting your palms into the earth here, engaging in Hasta Bandha, so locking that energy right into the earth. And it's going to take all that tension out of your body. We're going to walk our toes to meet our fingers, bend the knees, look down at your toes, lift them off of the mat, and see if you can drop them one by one, and slowly roll up. Inch by inch, little by little. Your head will float on your shoulders last. Inhale the hands up overhead. And exhale, reverse swan dive. We're gonna hinge at the hips, sticking your tail out behind you, pressing really firmly into your heels. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. We're gonna step into a gentle plank. Find your breath. And then we're gonna drop the knees, flatten our feet, lift your nose. Exhale your tail to heels, child pose. Yes. Take a moment, reconnect with your breath. Sense your body here, what is happening for you. That's right. Taking some really deep inhalations through your nostrils, either trying to exhale out of your nostrils or out of your mouth with a little crease between the lips. Starting to create Agni, this fire in the body. You're going to feel your body heating up with your breath. And you're gonna feel your lungs pressing into your rib cage, in the back of your body. You're gonna feel that expansion with every inhale. And we're really just calming down the nervous system. Helps you get more flexible, and of course, it's super relaxing. One more round of breath. Yes. We're gonna come back through tabletop. We're gonna drop our forearms down like we did earlier and slide those legs behind us. Coming into that little Sphinx pose yet again. From Sphinx pose, we're gonna lengthen those arms out in front of us for that superhuman. And we're going to lift off our limbs. If this is too much, you can just choose your arms or just choose your legs, or you can do them all. When you're ready, inhale, lifting all of your limbs off of the mat. And exhale, release. We're gonna do 2 more times. When you're ready, deep inhale, lift off. And exhale, that's right. Uno más, one more time. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release. Woo! We're gonna bring our hands by our side. We're gonna press up into cobra. Pressing into the tops of your feet, lifting your legs off of the mat, up dog. Tuck your toes, back to down dog, and pedal it out. Yes. This is your opportunity to really press your palms into the mat. You are upside down. Let your head dangle. If you're trying to kind of hold your neck up in some weird way, then it's gonna get a little stressed out there. When you're ready, my dears, we're gonna raise that right leg high in the sky and drop it right in between the thumbs. We're gonna come into that super low lunge. You can have a block under both hands if you like. We're gonna take a moment here. We're just gonna bounce our hips up and down. We're just gonna get into that hip flexor. Yes, a little subtle bouncing. Make sure it feels nice and yummy for the body. That's right. And then we're going to drop that back knee and flatten that back foot. We're going to take that that left hand to the mat or a block, right hand to the sky, twisting toward that inner thigh. Take a moment here, notice your shoulder. Make sure it's not reaching out of the socket. It's nice and located back in the body. Fingertips are just floating towards the sky. One more round of breath. And then exhale that hand down. We're gonna shift our weight back, toes toward the nose, lengthening that front leg. This is a great place for your blocks, and your hands can go toward your hips or toward your toes, whatever makes sense for you today. If you are a runner or biker, this is probably not your favorite pose, but you need it, right? So this nice little half monkey, this little half split we're in. Try to exhale into those parts of the body that are a little tighter than you want them to be. That's right. One more round of breath. And as you exhale, we're gonna bend that front knee, flatten that back foot, and lift that back leg or that knee. Take a moment here in that low lunge. Find your breath. We're gonna step that back foot forward. We're gonna come into Utkatasana chair pose. The hands are gonna float overhead, shoulders back in body. Eye gazes are right off the tip of the nose towards the top of the mat. The back of your neck is neutral. I can take a grape and just simply roll it down the nape of your neck and it'll float off of your tailbone. So if your head is too high, you're gonna crunch that grape. So nice and neutral. Now ask yourself an important question here. Do you like to stay high up on your quads and your thighs? Do you like to sink low, getting into the hips more? What do you like? This will show up in your warrior poses, other poses, in your yoga practice as well. One more round of breath, my dears. And then exhale, fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Pedal it out. Let your head dangle, shake your head from side to side, all the good stuff. We're gonna bend those knees. Go ahead and lift those toes and drop them one by one. Feel the bottoms of your feet pressing into the mat as you slowly roll up. Let your head be the very last thing to arrive on top of your shoulders. And when you're ready, we're gonna inhale those hands up overhead. We're gonna exhale a nice little heart opener, baby back bend. Yes, inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse slow swan dive. Hinging at those hips. Really feeling that gentle stretch as you lean into those heels. Inhale, lift halfway, let those fingers come up the shins, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, we're gonna step into another plank. Plankety plank. Find your breath. Find your power here in your plank. Drop your knees, flatten your feet, lift your nose. And exhale your tail to heels for child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath, reconnect with your body here. You can be in a wide-legged Balasana, the knees can be glued together, whatever makes sense for your body in this posture. And it is so humid in here. Checking in with your breath. You should literally feel expansion through the back, sides, and fronts of your body, through your inhales and or exhalations. Checking in to see if you're having any challenges inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling out of them, maybe allergies or something. Seeing if you can encourage the inhales and exhales to start to move through the nostrils. If not, those exhales will come out of the creases of your lips, creating a little bit of heat in the body. Yes. One more round of breath. There we go. I can hear it. We're going to come through tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Left leg high in the sky. We're going to drop it right in between those lovely thumbs of yours. Sliding into that lower lunge. We're just going to do those little bouncies. Feel your hip flexors here. Yep, I have them. Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're going to drop that knee, flatten that foot. Take a moment here and get a little deeper into this pose. That right hand's going to come to the mat or block, left hand to the sky, twisting toward that inner thigh. Notice what the shoulder's doing, right? Sometimes it creeps into the ears. It's like this polarity of the fingers stretching, but like the shoulders staying grounded. Yes. Using that right palm of your hand to really press the earth away from you. One more round of breath if we have it. And exhale the hands to the earth. And then take a deep inhale as you exhale, shift your weight back as you lengthen that front leg. Toes pointing toward the nose, hands go wherever the shoulders are most comfortable. Use your blocks as you see fit. Coming into that half split, half monkey pose. Checking in with your body here, feeling all of those tight muscles. Exhaling into the hamstrings. Yes. That's right. Another round of breath, noticing the jaw, making sure everything's relaxed so that the nervous system can go, oh, you don't want to be tense here? Gotcha. And then we're going to press into that front foot, tuck the back toes and lift that back knee. We're going to step that back foot forward, coming into Utkatasana chair pose again. This time, cactus arms. Find your breath. In your cactus arms, draw your shoulder blades together, expand through your heart. So your chest is going to protrude a bit here, right? You're going to feel that expansion through your chest muscles. And then we're going to interlace those hands behind us, opposite elbows, a strap or your shirt. And we're going to start to fold forward. If your fingers are interlaced and this is too much for your shoulders, please do come out of it as you see fit. Those legs can stay bent or you can start to extend them, lengthening through the legs. Or you can have a slight bend through those knees. If this feels comfortable for you, feel nice and folded into your body, you can shift your weight towards your heels, kind of inviting that deeper stretch in the body. You're going to feel that in the hamstrings. If that's too much, then you can just shift your weight towards those toes, which brings you into that deeper inversion where you feel the blood rushing to your mind. One more round of breath. When you're ready, we're going to bend the knees and sweep the hands overhead, Utkatasana chair pose. Woo! Cactus arms, hands to the heart. We're going to shift our weight on our heels and lift the toes off of the mat. A little balance challenge here. Shift the weight toward the toes, option to lift the heels. Yes, coming into those ballerina toes, right? That's right. One more round of breath if we have it. And then exhale, release and fold. Pedal it out. Let it go. We're going to gently make our way back to a plank, so step it out. Take your time, nice and easy. We're going to drop that right knee. We're going to shift our weight into that right hand, left hand to the sky. That opposite foot will follow naturally. Again, pressing the mat away from you, noticing what that top shoulder is trying to do. Bringing that hand way overhead towards the front of your mat, creating this nice, wonderful rainbow through the side of your body. Yes. If you want a little bit more, pressing into that right palm and shifting your heart up to the sky, maybe feeling like a little bit more of a waterfall here, getting a little spinal twist. And when you're ready, we're going to bring that hand back to the sky, eyes to the mat, hand shall follow. Step into a plank and push into down dog. Go ahead and pedal it out here. Yes. Shake your head from side to side. And imagining your spine is like water. You're going to shift through those toes coming into plank. Yes. Drop that left knee. Shifting your weight into that left palm, right hand to the sky. Option to take your gazes up as well. Your eyes go wherever the neck wants. So if your neck is tired, take your eyes to the mat. Again, noticing that shoulder. When you're ready, fingertips way overhead, stretching through side body. And if you want more, you can shift your weight into that bottom palm of your hands as you tilt your heart towards the sky. Yes. Looking for an exhalation to gently guide you out of the pose. Take your time. Woo! Coming through plank, pushing through down dog. We're going to walk the toes to meet the hands. Bend the knees, slowly rise. Head's going to come up on your shoulders last. Inhale the hands into the air. Stretch the body in both directions. Exhale, lift the heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take a moment here, a slight tuck of the chin towards your body, maybe a moment of gratitude. Yes. We're going to come into a nice gentle pyramid pose here. We're going to step that right foot back. Your hips are still pointing towards the top of your mat. Ideally, your toes are pointing as well, but your ankle may accidentally kind of shift, as long as your hips are still trying to forward face. When you're ready, we're going to inhale the hands up. We're going to take a little balance challenge. So we're going to gently guide our eye gazes up as we lift our heart, coming into a gentle back bend. Pressing through the bottoms of your feet, we're going to slowly hinge at the hips. As you hinge, your tail is going to come out behind you, and you're going to take it all the way to the mat. Hands can come on blocks here. Now, your right hip might be trying to tilt itself towards the back of the mat. See if you can tilt or bring that hip a little bit forward, more in line with your left hip. It's going to take some pressure off of that left knee. And you're going to be able to really encourage your body to be in the pose. Shifting your weight towards those heels, especially the right heel. And just breathing, letting your head dangle here. This is going to turn into a standing split variation, which will be a challenge for your balance. But you've got this, right? When you're ready, we're going to shift through those back toes into that front standing leg. As you start to lift that right leg off of the mat, maybe starting to stack those hips. If you want, you can even bring your heel to toe, kind of getting deeper into that standing split, stacking those hips. Yes. Noticing if you have really tight hips today or do they feel open. We're going to slowly come out of that standing split back to Uttanasana, which is forward fold. Pedal it out, release all of that tension in your body. Bending at the knees, we're going to slowly roll up. Engage your core here. Really feel your core like lifting you up. Yes. So a little awareness in that area of the body. Inhale, hands through the sky. Exhale, feel free to take a heart opener or a deeper back bend. Yes, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a pause. Tuck your chin towards your body. Feel the gratitude. Yes. Don't be shy. In yoga, lots of loud breathing is the thing, right? That's the thing. That's right. Whew. Yes. And when you are ready, we're gonna step that left foot back. Again, ideally hips and toes and knees are all sort of pointing towards the top of the mat, but your body may make a few little adjustments. Feeling the bottoms of the feet pressing into the mat, we're gonna inhale the hands up overhead, palms are glued together. Exhale for that balance challenge as you slowly lift your heart. Pressing through the bottoms of your feet, you're gonna slowly rise. You're gonna stick your tail out behind you as you hinge at the hips. You're gonna take it all the way down, bending a knee or two if you need to. Hands are gonna float to the mat or blocks. Now, ideally, your legs are lengthened. You are stretching through the backs of the legs on purpose, shifting most of your body weight towards the heels. But of course, please just allow your body to naturally get into the pose. That left hip is probably trying to shift its weight towards the back of your mat. See if you can slowly shift it back forward, which is a little adjustment, and you might feel it show up in that front leg. And then, of course, relax your jaw, shoulders, and breathe. Don't forget, we're going to turn this into that standing split. When you are ready, on your next inhale, we're going to shift through those back toes into that front foot and raise that back foot towards the sky. You can stack those hips and maybe heel to toe. The more you stack your hips, the more you can get into that opener, right? It's going to help guide you there. And if it's too much, then that is okay too today, right? Taking another round of breath if we have it. That's right. And then drop that foot to meet its BFF and forward fold and pedal it out. Nice. We're going to slowly rise. We're doing a lot of hinging at the hips. We're going to eventually make our way into some warrior threes. Inhaling the hands up overhead. We're going to take 3 rounds of back bends or heart openers at your own pace. Yes. Really inhaling and exhaling on every exhale. Enjoy it. Can we get a little louder? Inhale, rise. And whenever you're ready, we're going to exhale the hands to the heart. Don't let me rush you. Take a moment here, reground, regroup. You can pedal it out a little. Release those glutes. Let go of that lower back tension in the body. All right. We're going to step that left foot back, and we're going to turn towards the left. Feet are going to naturally go diagonal, and I'm going to change the camera view, which they would appreciate. Take a moment here. All right. We're going to come into a nice star. So toes are diagonal to the corners of your mat. You're going to stretch your fingers out and imagine you're like reaching for cookies. But then you're like, no, not right now. And you draw your shoulders back into your body. They're very delicious. And when we're ready, we're going to bend all of our limbs, feeling the tailbone just sort of dropping as the pelvis goes towards the mat. Now, you might want to stick your tail out behind you. See if you can lift through the pelvis. Now, your tail will naturally stick out a bit, especially if you have a nice little rump on you. But keeping that pelvis nice and kind of lifted towards the front of your mat. Yes. All right, so we have the mechanics. We're going to inhale, lengthen. Back to star pose. Exhale, deepen. Yes, we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. And this is the one. Exhale, let it go. Woo! Hold your goddesses. Bring the palms of your hands together. Prayer center. Take a moment here. Yes. Keep lifting through the pelvis. So it's kind of a pelvic tilt towards 12 o'clock. That's right. Option to come up on those right tippy toes. Release that heel. Option to take the left tippy toes. And release. Option to do both at the same time. Woo! And let it go. Hands to your inner thighs and stick your tail out behind you like a sumo squat wrestler. Go ahead and shift your weight from side to side. Yeah. This music does not support twerking. I apologize. All right, my dears, we're going to bring that right hand on the inside of that right inner thigh. Eye gazes are going to go over that right shoulder as you press into that left inner thigh. And you're just going to really invite that stretch. If you want more, you can wrap that right arm around, maybe capturing the inner thigh or the back of your body, helping you get deeper into that twist. One more round of breath. And exhale, bring yourself center. We're going to shift it to the opposite side. Pressing into that right inner thigh. Maybe that left hand finds its way behind your back. And if you're mirroring me online, it's the opposites. And then exhale, bring it center. Woo! Go ahead and bring your hands to the mat. Lengthen your legs nice and long. We're going to walk those right hands over, the hands over to the right foot. That left foot will do whatever it naturally needs to. We're going to do some bendy stretches here. So just bend the knee, stretch the leg. Find your breath. Bendy stretches. And then taking a deep inhale as you exhale, we're going to walk it over to the other side and do some bendy stretches over here. Yeah. That's right. We're going to come back to center. We're going to heel toe in all the way. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to slowly roll up. Take your time. Inhaling the hands up overhead. Stretching the body, and then exhale, heart opener, back bend. Yes, use your core. Inhale, rise. Exhale the slowest swan dive, like your fingertips are going through honey. Super slow. Shifting through the hips as they go back into the heels of the feet as you hinge. Yes, that's right. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to come all the way down into a yogi ball. This is a great place to have a block if you need one. We're going to walk the hands over to the right. And most importantly, that right shoulder is going to slowly start to work its way behind that right ear. So it's just a little shift. It just helps us to get a little more into that thoracic spine, a little bit more of a twist through the body. One more round of breath. Yes, and then we're going to exhale center. Take a deep inhale here and exhale, take it to the other side. And again, that left shoulder, just draw it a little bit more behind your ear. You're going to feel that twist a little bit different in your body. Yes. You got this. Okay, bring it centered. And we're going to step out into Malasana, yogi squat. If you haven't been squatting very much, this is going to feel a little uncomfortable perhaps. If it feels too uncomfortable, you're going to sit on a block. You can also be up on tippy toes. And if that still doesn't feel great, you can sit all the way down and bring the bottoms of the feet together. Either way, they're all hip openers, just at different levels. That's right. And just like when you're in goddess pose, remember how your tailbone just sort of lengthened down towards the mat? That's what's happening here in Malasana. So you're drawing your pelvis forward. And then most importantly, you need to become relaxed. So allow your eyes to soften. Release your jaw. If your knees are definitely in disagreement of this, then kind of check your turnout. See if your knees are turning out towards your big toes. If your knees are not turning out, then you're probably hurting your knees instead of turning out through your hip flexors, which are naturally open right now. Yeah. We're going to take another round of breath here, my dears. All right. And then we're going to bring our hands to the mat. We're going to shift over to the right, if you're watching me online, to your left. And then we're going to either lengthen that opposite leg. You can have your toes pointing towards your nose. You can flatten your feet, whatever's natural for you. Sometimes your knee will point towards the side of your mat, or sometimes your knee will point towards the front of your mat. It's really just all about your hip flexors on this one. If you want that balance challenge, the hands can come to your heart, or you can even open up through the arms. You can always keep those hands nice and grounded on the mat too. Find your breath. Yes, yes, Adra. You're like, am I gonna do it? Finding your breath. If you want that functional challenge, you're going to simply guide yourself to the other side. But please feel free to bring your hands to the mat, helping that balance challenge. Yes. And again, allowing yourself to breathe. Yes. Yes. Love, love, love. One more round of breath. Always feel like a martial artist. Bringing the hands to the mat. We're going to shift back to center, tail to the sky. Heel toe all the way back in. We're going to come down to a little yogi bow. And then we're going to swivel to the front of our mat. Go ahead and drop your heels, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold, pedal it out. That's right. And then slowly rise. Inhale the hands up overhead. And exhale them to your heart. All right, we are going to go into a warrior three. We're going to go into it with the balance challenge variation. Option to bring your hands to your hips. Option to keep them in prayer center. Option to step off of your mat if your mat doesn't feel stable for you, okay? Shifting your weight into that left foot, we're going to kickstand the right. Be careful, that hip might want to come out, make sure it doesn't. And then we're going to draw that knee up, kind of like Karate Kid. When you're ready, exhale, take it back. Now you can touch down. This can be your practice. Maybe you just hover, or maybe you find yourself all the way hinged at the hips. And if you want more stability, you can find that airplane. If you want more of a balance challenge, superhuman or hands to heart space. Yes. Woo! Finding your breath. Now this can naturally turn into a standing split. So you'll start to go down, hands to the mat, toe to the sky, and then forward fold. Pedal it out. Now, I always start us on the left side, which typically is most of our harder side. So maybe the right side will do you a little more justice. We shall see. Slowly start to rise. I'm like, let's do the hardest one first. You will inhale your hands into the air. Let's take a nice, delicious heart opener, baby back bend. Yes. Inhale, rise, use your core. Exhale your hands to your heart space. Take a moment, release any tension in your mind, your jaw, your glutes. Yeah, that's right. Feel your feet grounding. If you feel kind of like your feet aren't really grounded here, then take a moment, see what you need to do, see what's happening at the bottoms of your feet through the toes. When you're ready, you're going to shift your weight towards that right foot and kicks down the left. Again, that hip is in line, not kind of protruding out. We're going to draw that knee up, and then we're going to slowly take it back. You can always kickstand, or you can take it all the way through. Find your breath here. Remember, wherever the eyes go, the body shall follow. So keeping your gazes nice and stable. Using that root to rise, your core is engaged. And then turning this into a standing split if you like, or you can just come back to a standing position. Coming through forward fold, if that is what you are doing right now, from your split, slowly roll up. And if you're in a standing position, inhale with us as the hands float over air. Stretch and exhale to your heart space. Namaste. Tuck your chin into your body. Take a moment. Take a pause. Yes. Awesome. Reground and regroup. Yes. Palms are glued together. Inhale them up overhead. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, and take a nice little heart opener here. Exhale, hinge as you reverse swan dive down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding. Bending the knees, stepping into a plank. Drop your knees, flatten your feet, lift your heart and lift your nose. Exhale your tail to your heels for child's pose. Feel free to hang out here for several rounds of breath. You can make this a nice, relaxing posture. You don't have to stretch. You can just chill. Maybe a block under the forehead if that feels really good. Every leg. Yes. Let's take 3 really intentional rounds of breath. Like you are just filling your body, giving every cell a delicious oxygen hug. Super on purpose here. Feels so good. Maybe let out an audible exhale if you're not shy. I always think about like if you're holding a baby and you make all these little noises to try to like calm them, then do that for ourselves. All right, we're gonna slowly roll up. We're seated on our heels. Inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale the hands to your heart. We're gonna come up on our knees, so if you need a blanket under your knees. Knees are about hip distance apart here. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale the hands up. The right hand's gonna release and we're going to waterfall it down. You can just stretch, or if it's in your practice, the hands can come down, making sure you're not hurting your neck or lower back. Trying to get into this pose. Find your breath. This is going to require you to really engage your core. So engaging that solar plexus, using your power, bring yourself back. Hands to your heart and tail to your heels. Take a moment, relax and release. Notice any tension in your shoulders, your back, your jaw. Find a round of breath. Yes. And we're just going to repeat this on the opposite. When you're ready, inhale up. Then slowly separate those hands as you waterfall back. Maybe you're just reaching. Maybe you're extending. Maybe you're binding. Find your breath. Eye gazes can go wherever your neck wants. So you can make some adjustments there. Yes. And engaging your core. Slowly rest. Exhale, let it go. Woo! We're going to walk our hands behind us. If you like, you can interlace your hands if that feels good. Sometimes I like to interlace my fingers, draw my shoulders back, tuck my chin, and draw my knuckles down. Other times I like to happily sunbathe. Whatever feels good for you. Find your breath. Yes. And when you're ready, my dears, we're going to release, and we're just going to go ahead and lengthen those legs out in front of us. And I'm going to twist my body this way. We're going to come into Dandasana, so staff pose. This is a very challenging pose. So take a moment, ground, root right to the earth. And your knees are slightly turned in, so don't let your body like splay out. It's going to kind of close those hips up a little, which might feel tight. Toes towards your nose. If this is too much, blocks under your knees, okay? We're going to inhale the hands up, stretch, and then we're just exhale, let them fall right back down. And they're just going to touch down. You're not going to worry about them. A slight tuck of the chin into your body. Feel your shoulder blades come together. Feel that little expansion through your heart, through your chest. This is going to get real challenging real fast. So stay with me. Find 3 rounds of breath. Yes. Love it. Wonderful. On your next breath, inhale the hands up. This time, exhale, fold. Now, don't worry about touching your toes. If it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome. Hands can wrap under the knees if you like, or just hang out wherever you want them to go. What's most important is every exhalation, can you get a little bit more folded, a little deeper into your own body? Take up your own space here. Yes. If you are touching your toes, can you shift your weight a little bit back? Almost like you're trying to ground your glutes or your tailbone a little bit more. And what's happening is you're just doing a little shift through the hinge of your hips. It's super subtle. Yeah, that's right. You feel yourself getting a little deeper into that expression of the pose even. Woo, love it. One more round of breath. And then on your next inhale, slowly draw the knees up towards the ceiling. We're gonna come into a nice little boat pose, but before we do, we're gonna do some seated cat-cows. It's gonna feel real good. Bring the hands right under your knees, and we're gonna inhale, draw our chest toward our thighs. Exhale, tuck our chin, round our spine, lengthen through the arms, maybe even feel the toes pressing into the mat. At your own pace, we're gonna go through our own cat-cows here. Yes. Maybe noticing what you need, maybe need a little more cat the cow, or whatever. Taking 2 more rounds, we'll come back through center for Navasana boat pose. We'll take a nice supported boat pose to start. And once you arrive to that neutralized spine, you're gonna shift your weight back just a little, maybe lift one foot, lift the other. You can hold on here, right, support it. You can release the hands, or you can even lengthen through the legs. Find your breath. Yes. Do you have another breath in you? Woo! And if you like, you can do a nice gentle roll down. If this is too much, just come on forearms and find yourself lying down. Take your hands overhead, happy, sadder, yay. Stretching your body in both directions, and then simply drawing your knees into your body. Take a moment here, rock from side to side, or make big circles in the sky with your knees. Feel your spine, get a massage on the mat. Should feel super yummy. We're gonna turn this into a happy baby or butterfly in the sky. So option to either bring your hands behind your knees and draw your knees towards your armpits. Bring your hands on the outer of your feet and your elbows on the inner of the knees for traditional happy baby. Or you can even bring the bottoms of the feet together for that butterfly. Whatever makes sense for you. It's a nice little final hip opener here. If you like, you can even extend one leg at a time or both legs for that split. Whatever makes sense for you to get into a deeper expression of the pose for yourself today. Yes. Taking a few more moments here with whatever it is that you're doing. And then we're going to drop the feet to the earth, knees to the sky. And when you're ready, we're going to take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just drop your knees to one side. You will inhale those knees up and drop them to the other, finding a nice windshield wiper. Using your own pace, but pacing your movements exactly with your breath. So your knees should be towards the ceiling on the inhale and dropping to either side on the exhale. Now remember, this is a slow drizzle. So don't move too fast. Feel a little massage of the back of your body. And just getting rid of any tension in the lower back, hip and pelvis spaces. And on your next exhale, hold your knees on that side, but don't hold your breath. And if you need to make some micro adjustments, please do. But just kind of in this gentle twist, maybe your eyes are in the opposite direction of the knees. It's helping you get a little more comfortable. Taking a nice deep round of breath here. And then just feeling that gentle engagement through the center of your body, your core, your pelvis, as you inhale the knees towards the ceiling. Exhale them to the other side, eye gazes in the opposite direction. And again, just getting comfortable. And then taking some really intentional rounds of breath. For my Zoomies who might have joined later in the session, we do not have a Zoom class next Saturday. Unless you want to take Pilates, which will be Zoomed from Academy. And you can find that in the Yoga by Julia sign up. But we'll be back the Saturday after. I just happen to be out of town. Using your core, inhale your knees back to center. We're gonna bring those knees back into the chest. Give yourself a hug. And then we're gonna do just a little core challenge here. So raise your legs towards the ceiling, flex your toes towards your nose like you're stomping the ceiling. Bring your hands down by your side and then point your toes away from your nose. Slowly lower your legs to the mat. If this becomes too intense, then just drop your feet to the mat and find Shavasana. For the rest of us, we're just gonna slowly lower until those legs touch down. It's gonna be largely core engaging here. And when you're ready, you feel those heels touch, you can find that wonderful release through an exhale. Ooh, yeah. Make any little movements or adjustments you need for your final resting pose. Yes. And as you find yourself resting on the mat, maybe you want traditional Savasana, maybe that doesn't work for you today. You can lie on your belly, your side, whatever you want. Most importantly, bringing to mind those moments of gratitude, the 3 reasons or gratitude moments that you can recall from last week. And then just simply ask yourself, what do you want to take into this weekend? What type of energy do you want to have? What type of energy do you want around you? And with every exhale, just become more relaxed, more connected to self. And beginning to breathe life into your body. Wiggling your toe, your finger. If it feels good, rolling over onto one side of your body, giving yourself a hug. And with your eyes soft, imagining you are as light as a feather, begin to float your body to a seat. Take your time. If you like, you can bring your hands over your heart space. Take a moment here and just offer yourself love and gratitude. Lots of love. And let's send love to each other all around the room and into the ether. Little I love yous. And may we send this love and peace out into our community. All right, you beautiful souls. May we all go in peace. Shanti Om. Namaste. Yay. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye, lovelies. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.